Na guroradhikam, na guroradhikam, na guroradhikam. Guru kripa hi kevalam, Guru kripa hi kevalam, Guru kripa hi kevalam. Okay, I today will take a question like, well, Bodhi, you often talk about the fact that breath is magical. What's about this whole magic of breath? I mean, that's the question. What's this magic breath? One thing that I see is the closest proximity of the self within me, that higher state of consciousness within me. The closest proximity to me is the breath. Imagine, can any one of us survive without this prana or the chi? Breath is just the gross part of that which pervades the cosmos, myriads of universes, everything on earth, everything in all the astral planes, in every part of the existence. From the finest of the finest, subtlest of the subtlest atoms to the farthest of the farthest galaxies. If there's one thing that pervades the universe, it's nothing but prana, as if it's a huge ocean of prana. And that prana pervades if I see my own body, and if I can meditate upon my physical part of my being, that's my body, the outer cluster of my being, that's this body, the periphery of my inner center, that's my body. If I just meditate upon this, if I try to become more mindful about my body, if I start becoming more aware about my body and its subtler, finer sensation and nuances of my body, then what will I get? I'll find that every cell is animated by a particular energy, a particular power. That is prana. The subtlest part is called prana. And the gross part of that same subtlest of the existential reality, that is all pervasive over every cell of my body, every molecule of my body, every atom of my body. That prana, which pervades in every organ of my body, every muscles of my body, my eyes, my ears, all my sense perceptors, they are all functional as long as that prana is inside of me and being expressed through my breaths, in direct touch with the whole of the universe, which again is throbbing with prana. Astronauts have seen from the farthest, when they saw this beautiful pearl, like blue pearl, the Mother Earth, they not only saw just a planet, their experience was like as if they're seeing a throbbing planet, as if it was pulsating. If you go to the ocean, if you sit there on the beach, and if you really listen to the shore and its beautiful sounds that surround you, you'll find that prana is all around you. It's that energy which is vibrating all around you. This moment there is such a huge sound and there is a silence after that. as if a throb. Something is pulsating in everything that is in this universe. So yes, that gross manifestation that I'm talking about is the breath. Because we are not able to have access to that subtlest, because in order to have the access to the subtlest, we have to have our mind and our intelligence also continuously purged of its gross materialistic identifications. Until such time, these gross modifications of the mind and body and continual attachment to the worldly stuff, until as we unplug it, until as we take it back, until as we retreat, until as we try to cleanse our mind, cleanse our buddhi, that is our intelligence, we won't be able to perceive the subtler part of our life. That's the reason in our life we have to bring the dimension of meditation, because meditation is the process of distillation. It distills our mind. It not only stills our mind, first it distills. It purifies. It relaxes, rejuvenates, and calms us down, so that this continually chattering mind, the moment it is not so hyperactive and it's gradually coming to a state of slower movements, then there will be a gradual movement towards a kind of a silence. In that silence, which is a meditative state, where mind is no longer chattering so much, in that silence alone, the universe speaks a mystical language. That's the reason those who listen to that language, they are called as the mystics. Who are the mystics? Mystics are those who do not only hear through their gross ears and see through their gross eyes, the physical I'm talking about. Through their continual inner purification with a sense of surrender and love and devotion and opening, they have gradually they have lifted their minds up and able to access the higher dimensions of the reality which is hidden from most people who think themselves belonging to the civilized society. That which is hidden from most who are intellectually very sharp, wealthy, well established, everything good, but still that reality which only can ultimately bring that perennial happiness and blissfulness to an individual, transforming the individual to the universal. So that happens provided the mind becomes subtler. The buddhi or the intellect also becomes subtler. The body is purged of the toxins. The mind is purged of its toxins. It's more like a gradual detoxificatory process, cleansing process. Meditation cleanses us. Every day when we have our shower, we use a soap bar in order to cleanse the skin, but we cannot cleanse our inner mind. The soap cannot reach there. But then what soap do you think you can have in order to cleanse your mind and cleanse your inner body, the subtler part of your body? It's through meditation.